Well, hi everyone. We are actually just simplifying radicals and multiplying radicals in this video, and we got to use the product property of radicals, which I'm going to just give the general property. The nth root of a product of, let's say, a times b, I'm going to split that up. Nth root of a times nth root of b, and use that to simplify radicals. Now we have these, this is from, if you look at your notes we had when we started, that we do the prime factorization of the radicand, the part under the radical. Take a factor outside the radical. Take a factor outside the radical. Whoa, I stuttered big time there. If its number of factors match the index or root, and then simplify outside and inside the radical. So this first example I have is the square root of 54. I'm going to split up 54. That's 9 times 6, which is 3 times 3 times 3 times 2. Okay, so this is the cube root of 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. Okay, the 2 doesn't match. We do have 3 3's, so we're going to take the cube root of 2 times the cube root of 3 to the third. That's using the property here, and we put those together because there's 3 of them, and those two that power and that exponent match. So we have, this is the cube root of 2, and then cube root of 3 to the third is just 3. So our final answer, I'm going to write 3, the part that's outside of the radical, we'll put in front of the radical, 3 times the cube root of 2. Example 2, similar. It has, now it is a square root, so I think I'm going to try something with this one instead of doing this is a square root. So if I can write squares in here, I think you know maybe that 12 to the second power is 144. I'm going to take the a squared times a, and then it's a square root. That is b times b times b times b times b. I don't know, so I have a b squared here and a b squared here, and then a b. So let's write that. We got the square root of 12 squared times the square root of a squared. I'm not putting that a with it because this index is 2. Remember, if it's not written, it's 2. Times square root of b squared, that's these two, times the square root of b squared, and then times the square root of b. So what do we have? We have 12. I'm going to take this one times a. I'm going to leave that one alone right now. Times b, and then I'm going to put the square root of a times b back together as square root of ab. And I have 12a, b times b is b squared times square root of ab. This is the simplified version of that. Just notice what we were able to do with the a cubed. We have a on the outside because the square root of a squared is a, but I still had another power of a underneath that stays underneath. And I had the b squared, that's b to the fourth, and then another b. So b times b, and then on the outside, and then square root of b on the inside. Now, when we're multiplying, here's what I'll be tempted to do here, is I'm going to put the 4 times 3 together. And I'm going to split up, well, I'm going to put the 6y times 7x squared y together. There's different approaches we can take, but the outside parts I can put together. So that's 12. 4 times 3 is 12. Square root of Well, let's do 6 times 7 times x squared times y squared. Now 6 times 7, that is 2 times 3 times 7. So that's not going to simplify anymore. So let's go to 12. 6 times 7 is 42 times square root of x squared times the square root of y squared. So this is x. I'm going to put it by the 12. This is y. I'm going to put it by the x. So I've got the 12, I've got the square root of x squared is x, square root of y squared is y. So that's all that's left that's out of the radical. And square root of 42, that won't, 2 times 3 times 7. There's no power of 2 that we're going to get in that one. So that's that one. I've got one more example I want to show. Fairly involved. Now this is a cube root. So we need groups of 3 factors for this one. And I'm going to put the 2 times 3 together and get 6. I'm going to go cube root of 18 a squared b times 12 times a times b to the 5th. And now 18 is 2 times 9, which is 2 times 3 times 3. Okay, so I have the 6 here. I got the cube root. And I've got 18's 2 times 3 times 3. I'm going to put the 12 with it while I'm at it. 12 is 2 times 6. And 6 is 2 times 3. So times 2 times 2 times 3. And then a squared times a is a to the 3rd. B times b to the 5th, that's b to the 6th. And let's take a look at what's going on here. 2 times 2 times 2, that's 2 to the 3rd. 3 times 3 times 3, that's 3 to the 3rd. A to the, oh, we got a bunch of, oh, this is a cube root. Do not forget that index like I just about did. And I'm going to, remember we were doing this, I'm going to take b squared to the 3rd. Alright, all of this will come out. That's 6. Cube root of 2 cubed. I'm going to do it without that step. I'm going to kind of bypass the product of radicals step there that we had at the beginning. So this is cube root of 2 cubed is 2. Cube root of 3 cubed is 3. Cube root of a cubed is a. Cube root of the cube root and the cubes cancel out, so that's b squared. 6 times 2 is 12 times 3. That's 36 ab squared. Alright, you guys take care.